Having a mentor is like having like a mini god of some sort. And mentorship is not godfatherism. Need I just state that clearly? Someone could be a godfather to someone. That's totally different from being a mentor to. Hi guys, welcome to my couch. Today we're speaking about the power of mentorship and networking. You know, often people say, why do I need a mentor? Why do I need to network? This life is my own. You're in an industry, you're in a sector, you don't know anybody. You don't get to know anybody in your field. You don't have anybody you look up to. You're like, no, I'm just here to, chart my own course. I'm here to, put down my name in the sands of time. Well, breaking news. I don't think it's even breaking news. I'm sure you already know that you need mentorship. And then, of course, you need networking to be able to make it in whatever sector, field, career of your choice. I know that time and again, I've heard this saying where people say, oh, follow who no road. It sounds funny, but believe you me, there could be nothing truer than that when it comes to career, when it comes to thriving in whatever sector it is that you are. You have to follow who no road. There is no sector, there's no field that you're getting into, you already are in, that there's no one at all in the universe that has not either walked that path, has not either journeyed on it, has not either had some semblance of experience one way or the other that you could learn from. And the beauty about having mentors, and the thing again is, I think why people shy away from having mentors is bad experiences. Because often people think that having a mentor is like having like a mini god of some sort. And mentorship is not godfatherism. Need I just state that clearly? Someone could be a godfather to someone. That's totally different from being a mentor to someone. Being a mentor simply, and your mentor must not know you. People think, I don't want to call names. You just say, oh, maybe, I like this person. Then you now start sending the person emails. I love you. I respect you. I honor you. You are I want to be like you when I grow up. I tap. All those silly slogans you hear all the time. And that's not what mentorship is. There are people who've had mentors steadily over the years, and the mentors don't even know them. As a matter of fact, if you look at life in its totality, we are all mentors to people, knowingly or unknowingly. And what that simply means is that there are people who look at your life, whether you know them, you do not know them, you just have some level of influence, some level of impact on people. It could be from things as little as your siblings, your children, your neighbors, your boyfriend, your husband, your staff. So one way or the other, you are mentoring and you are being mentored, consciously or unconsciously. However, for today's topic on the power of mentorship and collaboration or networking, I'm talking about intentional mentorship. So I sit there and I look at myself, I say, maybe let me use an example. I'm in the media space, or, like what I do spoken word. I am a corporate compare as well. I'm an event planner as well. All these things I'm saying, if you have any of those gigs, I'm a dial away. But anyways, that's besides the point. But I just say, okay, so let me pick one of the things I do. Let me just say public speaking. And if you, there definitely have to be people that I look, I'm like, I like the way this person speaks. I may not like how they dress. I may not like them in person. I may not like their character, but when it comes to their craft, I like how they do their crafts. I like how they've honed their crafts. I like how they've created a niche for themselves. So in your field, sit down, ask yourself questions. Look, if you want to thrive, there have to be people who have either made mistakes. They're like, in this field, I can't make this mistake, because you can never know it all. You can never know it all. Another thing is, people ask, oh, why do I need a mentor? Accelerated learning. What would take you 10 years to be studying university, reading books, taking courses? You just go for one TED talk and somebody just downloads. There's a video my husband and I watched yesterday or thereabout, and it was just some financial tycoon that was talking about some mistakes he made in religion, in business, and how that he has learned from it. And these are things that I ordinarily would have paid thousands of naira or hundreds of dollars to sit in a masterclass to be able to get that knowledge. I got it on a platter. And that's the beauty of mentorship, simply because my husband was like, oh, let's listen to this person. He gave a talk on that. He gave a talk on this. Let's listen and, glean some semblance of knowledge. And we did glean semblance of knowledge. It didn't take us transportation. All it took was our time, our attentiveness, our dedication, and our interests. And that's what mentorship does for you. Then we'll talk about networking. People pray all the time, oh, God bless me, bless. God is not going to bless you in isolation. God's going to use people to bless you. But then everybody cannot be your enemy and then you expect to be blessed by the people that God wants to use. It can't work like that. There have been spaces that I've gotten into. There have been referrals that I have been able to accrue over the years that I knew that it definitely would have not been my hard work. It could have not been my proposal on anybody's desk simply because somebody said, oh, are you looking for this person? Oh, I know an event planner. Oh, have you heard of FSJ events? Oh, I know. My husband is an amazing architect, amazing, phenomenal architect. He does like amazing designs and all of that. There are some gigs that he has had that he didn't have to go and pitch for. He didn't have to go and bid for simply because somebody was like, oh, I know a guy that can pull this off. I know a guy that can pull this off in good time, in record time. He has integrity. He knows what he's doing. And that's the power of networking. So many of us, we don't belong to any association. You are, I don't know what you feel what your career is. You don't belong to anybody. You're not signed up to any club. Your work and home. Your work and home. Your work, you go home, God. Your work, you go home, God. And like, where people getting these opportunities now? Show us the way. Show us the way is by knowing people that know the way. That's mentorship. Show us the way is by networking, collaborating with people who are within that space. And I've come to understand that, especially in our society, out of sight is out of mind. Some people actually genuinely have you in mind, but because they've not heard from you, they've not seen you in a while, you've not spoken in a bit, they just forget. And then one day people speaking like, do you know, oh my God, there was this event or there was this gig. I totally even forgot. I'm so sorry. You're not keeping in touch. Keeping in touch does not mean that you're calling people to beg them or no. I'm not talking about, understand boundaries and people's spaces. I mean, keeping in touch can be posting something online. Keeping in touch is even your presence. There's this industry event. There's something happening. Show up. Have a call card. Some of us have been in business for so long. Somebody says, oh, it was nice meeting you. You spoke so well. Do you have a call card? You don't have a call card. You're like, oh, I can give you my number, 07. Excuse you. Some of you have great business. You don't have a website. Some of you have great business. You're not on Instagram. Someone's like, oh, this cake is so nice. Like, oh, I baked it. Are you serious? What's your handle? I just do it from home. You will stay at home. Oh, you will stay at home. You stay at home. And then there are people who can do literally maybe just half of what you do, but they're out there because they're putting themselves out there. That's networking. Another thing again, when we talk about the power of mentorship or networking is aside accelerated learning. So what will have taken you years to learn? Somebody you learn it on a platter. Few minutes, one conversation has opened the door, one handshake, one smile, one introduction, doors begin to fling open. It's expanded opportunities and referrals, like what I've said too. Then diverse perspectives. Sometimes you think that your perspective is the best perspective until you hear the perspective of other people. You're like, I didn't think about it. I didn't even know that was even possible. But that's simply because you listened and then you opened up to ideas and ideologies or perspectives from other people. That's the beauty of collaboration and networking. Networking makes you see that the world is bigger than you. You're not that smart. You are smart, but you're not that smart. Or maybe you're that smart, but then there are smarter people too as well. And that's the power of mentorship and networking. Then problem solving supports. There are times that you're just in a circle and then you just say something, a converse, something, and then someone is like, oh, do you know, my company, we had to handle this business or we had to face this challenge a day or two ago or maybe a month ago. And this is how we surmounted it. Or we just spoke to this interior person. They helped us do this. Or we just spoke, if you sit on your own with your problem, sometimes it looks too big for you to handle. But then when you sit with like minds with your problem, then you know that your problem is not as big as you thought it was. Simply because it's just like when I say, a shared, what do you call that thing? Is it a shared problem is half solved or something. Yeah, something like that. A problem shared is half solved. Yeah, I think that's it. A problem shared. I've not used this in a while, but anyways, a problem shared is half solved. Well, I just need to quickly chip in that a problem shared with the right person. Because they could have shared their problem that they ended up moving from problem to calamity. Are you seeing? So you have to be able to decipher who you're sharing your problems with, but that's discussed for another time. So I just said that to say that speak to people, and that's the beauty of networking. And sometimes even with networking, you don't need to speak. Networking sometimes is you just notice that there's no problem that is bespoke to you. You just notice that maybe you're just in a meeting, a gathering, and then somebody just asks a question, and you're like, honestly, even me, I'm dealing with this thing. And then they answer it. Somebody asked on your behalf simply because problems are universal. There are problems that could be bespoke to maybe your kind of business or the uniqueness of your business, but problems are universal. It could take a different form. It could take a different name, identity, whatever it is, but problems are universal. And even if it's not exactly what your problem is in your field, your sector, your career, whatever it is, you definitely will be able to glean some semblance of solutions that come from how people handled other things to be able to help you handle whatever situation or problem it is that you are facing. So yes, is there need for mentorship when it comes to career? Yes. Some people are lucky. They have mentors that know them. They have mentors that check up on them. They have mentors that appraise them. That's amazing. Some people, when I say lucky, that does not mean that those who do not have that are unlucky, to be honest, because sometimes there are pros and cons to these things. So it's for you to be able to decipher, whether you need that kind of mentoring or you need a distance mentor. There are people who have read some people's books. There's no book that they've not read about their mentors. There's no video they've not watched about their mentors. And thank God for technology. Your mentor somebody must not even know they're your mentor. They are just putting you on a good pedestal in terms of life, perspective, outlook, career, whatever it is. But they don't even know. Because there's technology. You can just hop on YouTube, world's best speaker. You just be following the person. Hear what person's challenges were, hear how the person surmounted them, hear, just different things. It could be budgeting. How do you bill a client? You have, I don't know, whether it's people pleasing syndrome. You don't know how to say your charge because I don't know, whatever. But just man, be true to thyself. When we talk about mentorship and networking, man, be true to thyself. What do you want to learn? Who am I? Who do I want to become? How do I bridge that gap between who I currently am and who I want to become? Who are the people that have become what I want to become? Then that's how you now begin to sift out your mentors. Then there are people that could be what you want to become, but you people don't share the same values. Either maybe people don't share the same values, whatever your values are. They know, okay, no, I don't want this person because this person is what I want to become, but we don't share the same values. So you put the person down. You find someone that has become what you want to become. You share the same values, similar pacts, similar history, similar back, whatever, and then you just toe in that direction. But to make it in life generally, to make it in career, to make it in your field, your sector, whatever it is, even in marriage, everything, to be honest, the generality of life in itself, you cannot make it without mentorship of some sort, and of course networking. You need people around, good people around you, and you to be a good person. Because sometimes people say, I don't know how to network. I don't. Anywhere I go to, there's problem. Maybe are the problem. Because it's true. Sometimes some of us, people are running away from us. We are still pursuing people. We don't want you. Go and change your character, your behavior, the way you talk, the way you. And networking must not always be that you must get something out of it. Networking, that's why I said, networking sometimes are just seeds that you plant. There are people that I've met in spaces that, just how they dressed or how they smelled. And I can't forget them. I meet them somewhere like, oh, you wore that yellow dress at this event. Like, yeah, I'm the one. That's all. It could just be platonic friendships. It could just be that the person you met at the networking event is not the person the person just knows the person that you need to know. And it's just the circle of life. So yeah, today sit with yourself. Ask yourself, in this field, in this sector, in this career that I am in, do I need a mentor? And who can you mentor to as well? Because some of us, we are of age to mentor people, genuinely, like, intentionally mentor people. So also ask yourself, I mean, who am I mentoring? Who is looking up to me? Is it my sibling? Who is looking up to me? Is it my child? Who's looking up to me? Am I mentoring this person right? Or am I raising that generation of people that we will have to be looking for better mentors? Then of course, look around you too as well. Am I networking right? How many bodies do I belong to in my professional career? How many do I belong to a body? Do I belong to an association? Do I belong to, you can't do life alone. And then find the right people to network with, to collaborate with. And of course, there's no telling the heights that you can attain in your career, your sphere, whatever it is that you set your mind to do. Well, I hope with these few points of mine, I'm messing, but that's the much I'd say today on the power of mentorship and of course networking. I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two today on my couch. Until next time, when I see you on my couch. Thank you.